Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and place to be, it's Debsy. Bloop, that's me, boop, Debsy. Hey guys, happy Sunday. Oh, it is the end to the weekend, and I am not loving that. However, I do have news. But first of all, I hope everybody had a great weekend. If not a great weekend, then a good weekend. You know that if it is Sunday, then we are doing a recap and a reset. And tonight, I have in one of my favorite mugs, my Fall Y'all mug. And in it, I have some caramel pumpkin cheesecake latte from a K-Cup. And I have some zero sugar pumpkin creamer in it. So tasty. I had to change my shirt right before I got on. As my mom says, on camera to film a movie, I had to change my top because I made some delicious loaded baked potato soup today. And I dribbled it all down my top. You'll see that top on Tuesday's video. So I had to change. So I'm kind of like, a little covered here. So, yes, the big news next week, I have 2 days off. I have off Thursday and Friday because Friday is Dolly's birthday. Yeah, woo woo. My favorite human in the world, her birthday is on, God, my hair is puffy, is on Friday. And then my brother Kevin's birthday is on Saturday. I always remember that because he always says that on his birthday, people have parades for him. Okay. And my mom's is the 10th and my brother's is the 11th. So let's get into the weekly review. Let's kick off with work. The work week was pretty quick, which I absolutely love that. It's a quick week. It was an uneventful week. Books. I finished up the Britney Spears book and I started The Ex-Hex. And this is by Emily Sterling. I am in the middle of it. I'm maybe about a little bit less than halfway through. I am enjoying this. I like the mix of like the humor, not the ironic, the sarcastic humor that's used. Basically, it's about a witch, Vivian, who is dating this guy, I don't know how you would pronounce it, Rhys, maybe R-Y-H-S. He is a witch as well, or do they call him a warlock? Anyways, he breaks her heart. And her and her cousin, I believe it is, they put a curse on him. And they don't think it's that bad of a curse until 9 years later, they find out that they did put a hex on her ex that did stick. It's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. And then I got the follow-up, The Kiss Curse. So I wanted to read this one first, and then I will read The Kiss Curse. But I am enjoying this. I don't even know what my goal is. I surpassed my goal. My goal on Goodreads reading challenge for this year was 30, and I passed it up. I believe I might be this might be my 41st or 42nd book. So listen, I'm going to tell you, for some people that might not seem like a lot. For me, it really is, just because, like I said, a few years ago, I did not have my concentration. And so I am back to reading. I'm never going to be a person who reads like over 100 books a year. You know, I mean, my average per month is maybe to read like 3 a month, possibly maybe 1 a week. But I'm happy that I can do that. And I had been an avid reader as a kid and growing up and into young adulthood, and then I just stopped. But the thing that I really love about books is that, number one, it can just take you away from whatever you're dealing with in your life, and it can just take you away to a completely different world. And I say now, listen, if you're a reader and you have a book, you are never going to be alone, and you are never, more importantly, you're never going to be bored. You're always going to have something to do. If you have a book on you, whether it is a hard copy book or it's on your Kindle or it's an audio book, because that is considered reading as well. You never are at a loss for what can I do. You can always read. Reading is always going to serve you a purpose. Always. It's always going to help you out. It's always going to, I feel like it's always going to strengthen your mind. So that is what I'm reading right now, The Ex-Hex. Also, this past weekend was, every time I hear about this, I always get just so jealous of people that can go to it. I myself could not go to it because it's a lot of walking. It is a lot of walking and a lot of standing around, and I can't do that. I'm at this stage of my life when I just can't do that. It's also a lot of money. I could afford it, but it is a lot of money. And I'm talking about BravoCon. It's for one weekend per year. It's for those of us who are Bravoholics, who love all things in the Bravoverse. And last year it was at the Javits Center in New York City. There were a lot of problems as far as like the Javits Center wasn't big enough. There were a lot of issues, and so they moved it out to Vegas this year. Is it it might be at Caesars. I'm not 100% on that, but it's like a 3-day thing. They have panels. They have tapings of like shows there, meet and greets, all sorts of fun things. And you get to hobnob and rub elbows with the Bravo celebrities. That, in case for anybody who doesn't know, Bravo celebrities is like celebrities, but they're people who are on Bravo shows. That to me, if I would ever be able to go out there and see some of the housewives or see Craig Conover, oh my gosh. Oh, from Southern Charm. Listen, Linda. Do I 100% agree with everything he does? No. Is he beautiful? Oh my gosh, so beautiful. So that is happening this weekend. I'm thinking of maybe possibly going through and watching the panels that are on Peacock from BravoCon, and maybe going out onto social media and checking out some of the things that were said, because there were some information that was dropped that I'm thinking about maybe possibly putting together a video about that at some time this week, and just making a video about that. But yeah, I hear about it every year, and every year I stalk it on like socials, and I would love to be able to walk around and participate in that. Which, speaking of which, tonight on Bravo is going to be the premiere of Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, I'm going to watch it. I will take notes, but I don't know if I'm going to do recap and rants on it. I started off watching Potomac, and I watched up to, I believe, well, I didn't watch it last season, and I didn't watch it the season before. The last season I watched it was when Monique fought Candace. That was the last season I watched it. I didn't watch it the season after, or maybe I started watching it a little bit and then I stopped, and I didn't watch any last season. It's always been a very good city. It was always one of the stronger cities in the franchise in my mind. So let me know in the comments if you do watch Potomac or you watch any of the Housewives. Let me know if you would like for me to cover it. Okay, so let us get into also what happened this weekend. Yesterday I did my grocery shopping, came home, made my Bachelor in Paradise video. I didn't do anything else the rest of the day. I just relaxed. Today Listen, you're going to be seeing a video tomorrow, Tasty Tuesday. I made some sausage cinnamon rolls. I don't know what else to call them. So I made that. And then I also made a loaded baked potato soup. I'm going to insert some video at the end of this video. And it was super, super easy. And what else did I do? Listen, you might not consider this to be a success. I do, but I was able to open a biscuit can without screaming. I'm sorry, but does anybody else get scared by that popping sound? It always scares the bejibbles out of me every single time. So that is what I did. And then we just watched some football today, even though the Steelers weren't playing. We watched some football yesterday. Mom, we were happy Penn State won. Pitt lost. We're not expecting them to win. And Alabama won. Roll Tide. And the Eagles are winning. Now, as someone from Pittsburgh, I typically will not root for a Philadelphia team. I'm sorry. But their quarterback is Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a product of the Alabama Crimson Tide system. And when he played there, he was a very classy human being. That is why I always cheer for him. So, Eagles are winning. The Eagles are still winning, right? Mom, the Eagles are still winning? So the Eagles are still winning. Okay, so let us get into National Calendar Day for next week. So on Monday, that's tomorrow. Tomorrow is Nachos Day, National Nachos Day. It is Saxophone Day. So if you play the saxophone, get out there and celebrate your saxophone playing booty. I don't know what that meant. And it's also National Job Action Day. This is a day to celebrate. It says celebrate by exploring your options. So whether you hate your job and you want to find a new one, or you just, maybe you want to expand your horizons and get out there and look for something else, tomorrow is the day to do that. Tuesday, it is International Merlot Day. Oh, Merlot, fancy. It's also National Retinol Day, National Bittersweet Chocolate with Almonds. No, I'm not a fan of bittersweet chocolate unless it is in like a chocolate chip cookie. It is also, I can just barely read my handwriting, Canine Lymphoma Awareness Day. On Wednesday, what are we celebrating Wednesday? Go out and get a cappuccino and celebrate National Cappuccino Day. It is National Parents as Teachers Day. It is STEM/STEAM Day. STEM, as you know, stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. STEAM is all of those and add in art. It is World Urbanism Day, and it's National Harvey Wallbanger Day. Now, I had no idea of what's in it. It's vodka, Galliano, and OJ. And it got its name because there was a party. Harvey Wallbanger was throwing this party out in California. It was back, I think it was 1968, if I believe. And those were after the party was done, those are the only three things that were left. And he started banging his head against the wall. So they called it Harvey Wallbanger. So if anybody ever asks you what it is, vodka, Galliano, and OJ. That's how they came up with it. Thursday, it's World Adoption Day. As the aunt of two adopted nephews from Guatemala and one adopted niece from here in the United States, it's just a day to bring awareness to adoption around the world. It's also World Freedom Day, and that celebrates the fall of the Berlin Wall. It's National Louisiana Day, Louisiana was purchased from France and became a territory in 1803. And then it entered the United States in 1812, became a state in 1812. And it's also National Scrapple Day. Friday is National Civic Pride Day. That's where you take pride in your community. It's World Net Cancer Day. And net cancer, and that day is to bring awareness to neuroendocrine tumors. It's also the birthday of the United States Marine Corps. It was first established on November 10th of 1775. That was right before the Revolutionary War. Revolutionary War takes place, and then at the end of that war, the U.S. Marine Corps was abolished. But then it came back, baby. They couldn't keep the Marine Corps down because then in 1798, Congress ordered the creation of the U.S. Marine Corps on July 11th, 1798. Debbie, how did you remember all of that? I didn't. I wrote it down. It's also on Friday. It is Forget-Me-Not Day. That is a day that honors past and current injured military vets. It is also National Vanilla Cupcake Day. And listen, it's also the birthday of my favorite human of all time, and that is Dolly, my mother, the greatest mother in the world. Saturday, it is National Sunday Day, Sundae. It's also Veterans Day, and that's when we honor all the men and women, all the brave men and women who have served in the United States military and have protected our freedom. My hat goes off to each and every one of you. I myself could never do it, and I'm so very thankful to each and every one of you that have done that. It's also my brother Kevin's birthday. And if we're talking brothers, I mean, he is my favorite brother. Sunday, this is a National Pizza Day, but it's very specific. It's National Pizza with the Works except for anchovies day. And the funny thing is when my father was alive, we would from time to time, he always would want anchovies on his pizza. And I didn't want to say no, and I couldn't really say no. So we would get it and I would eat it. And I can't eat anchovy. I can eat anchovies just so long as they're not super big. It's also National Chicken Soup for the Soul. And on that day, they encourage you to get a big bowl of chicken soup, nice warm bowl of chicken soup, and curl up and read some inspiring stories, such as the stories that you would find in the book Chicken Soup for the Soul. And Chicken Soup for the Soul, they have so many different like chicken soup for every types of soul. It's National French Dip Day, and it's also World Pneumonia Day. So those are all of the days that you can celebrate. One day that I missed this past week in my recap from last week was Deviled Egg Day. So my mom came downstairs and she was like, "Today's National Deviled Eggs Day." I was like, I don't remember saying it. And I checked, and in fact, it was. I scrolled down past where I normally do, and it said right there, National Deviled Eggs Day. So I'm going to insert a picture of my mom's deviled eggs because my mom was like, "Do you want to take a picture?" And I was like, "Sure." And I took video, so I'm going to insert it in. They were delicious. So with that being said, let me know in the comments, how was your week? Were there any successes? Was there something that you would like for us to celebrate, or something that you would like Dolly to pray on? I mean, I can pray as well, but typically when I pray, he's like, "You?" I typically just see you when it comes to sports, specifically the Penguins. What do you want? But Dolly, they listen to her. JC knows her, as do all the Saints. So, and let me know, just let me know, you know, whatever. I love having discussions in the comments. I love seeing comments. I love seeing these things. I love seeing those. And if you like what you see and you want to get more, then you can just hit subscribe and you can ring that bell, ring-a-ling-ding, and that'll tell you when I have new content out, which is just about every day. Now tomorrow, I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be a video or not. I mean, I'll decide whether I'm going to do Potomac. I might, but if I do cover Potomac, just know it's not going to be with the same knowledge of like what happened every season, because the last 2 seasons I haven't watched it. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm going back and forth in my mind as to whether or not I'm going to. So you may or may not see me tomorrow. And if not, then I just want to let you guys know that if nobody told you yet today, which why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you have heard it already? It's like late in the day. I love you and you have a community that loves you. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, positivity, and understanding out there. Please take care of one another and listen. As Dorit showed you from Beverly Hills, and as the news, the nightly news shows you, please do 2 things. Number 1, please be aware of your surroundings at all times. And also, please be aware of your surroundings at all times. And also, please be safe. And I will talk to you maybe tomorrow, but definitely Tuesday. So everybody have a great start to the week. And I love you guys. Bye, guys. Happy National Deviled Eggs Day from me and Dolly. Say hey, Dolly.
Hey.
And Jack. So there we go. Happy National Deviled Eggs Day. Now I'm gonna eat.
Okay, here it is. Look at the soup. Ooh, look at that.
Carissa.
Look at that.
Oh, loaded baked potato soup.